The beautiful thing about our trading algorithms is that you can control the risk variable. So you could increase risk or reduce risk depending on your risk tolerance. And in this video, I'm going to go over a certain account that has the risk settings a tad bit too high in the best way possible. Without further ado, let's jump right in. Welcome back. If you're new to the channel, my name is Matt Jimenez. I'm an entrepreneur who has worked with the greatest minds in finance over the last several years, and I'm here to pour into you guys everything they pour into me. In this video, I'm covering the Yellen bot. And last week, I made a video covering the, espresso break. The Yellen bot on espresso. Now, the Yellen bot on espresso is essentially the most aggressive settings that you could set on an account. But in this video, I want to talk about toning down the risk, putting down that cup of espresso, and maybe substituting for a normal cup of black coffee. The analogy there is basically just reducing the risk from high to just a little high. And in this video, we're going to go over exactly what that looks like in terms of performance. Now, enough rambling, one more sip, and let's look at the charts. Okay, so this is the Yellen high risk. As you could see here, this is a 1 to 200 leverage on this brokerage account. Typically, when you have the higher risk settings, you want to have the higher leverage possibilities because it will utilize the leverage to help it perform as sufficient as possible. So typically, I actually prefer it to be 1 to 500. And again, none of this is financial advice. This is simply what I do for my own accounts and what makes me comfortable in my trading accounts. Reason being is because when you have the greater leverage, since these softwares are extremely active, it'll use more leverage, but for smaller movements. That's why you have such the great performance. So when the leverage is lower, you actually can't take on enough leverage when needed in the higher risk parameters. And again, this is just from personal experience. None of this is financial advice once again. Now, this account was made back in October 22nd of 2023, and today's current date is June 2nd of 2024. So it hasn't been a year yet, and the account has already done 63%, 63.49% to be exact. The daily change is 0.22%. The monthly average is 6.84%, and the max unrealized drawdown that has occurred was 31%. Not sure what happened there, but that is far higher than what is typically on the accounts. But again, these drawdowns are unrealized, so they never reflected in the actual account balance, just in the equity curve. Now, with that being said, typically with the drawdowns being higher, the upside is greater. So while we may have seen a larger drawdown, what happens is a lot of the times the different strategies that are implemented in these softwares typically will size into these drawdown positions, which will ultimately offset them as they recover and ultimately returning a greater profit. And again, I will say it, past performance don't indicate future performance, and this is simply for educational purposes. So this account was started with $50,000, and there has already been a withdrawal of $20,000. So about half is already taken out from the initial investment. Now the account balance is currently sitting at $57,131. Let's scroll down and see some of the performance. So this year alone, it's already done 38%. Profit, it's done $17,993 this year. And again, guys, this is just for the year of 2024. So it's June now, meaning we haven't even gotten through majority of the year yet. It's done a total of 4,701 trades, and the profitability of those trades is 76%. So it's won 3,564 trades out of this 4,701, which means we lost 1,137 trades, which represents 24% of the total trades taken. Swinging over to profit factor, one of the most important things to look at, we are at a 1.66, which is good. Anything above a 1 is what we're shooting for. Now scrolling down to the bottom, let's look at our favorite thing, which is the bar chart. So again, the account was started in October, but with that being said, it was started in the very last days of October, so there really wasn't any trading days. I think there was maybe one trading day, if that, and it was like at the end of the week. So that month was only a 0.03% change because there's only one trading day in October. Technically, technically the account started a full month in November, and in November it did 2.51%. In December it did 15.34%, popping over to 2024. In January we did 9.29%. In February we did 3.45%. In March we did 10%. April we did 5.56%. In May we did 5.28%. Now this software clearly did not perform as good as the espresso one did. Espresso makes me perform better as well. But nonetheless, this was an extremely profitable software considering that it's never seen a losing month so far. And overall, it has a profit factor of a 1.66, which is again, very good and what you want to look for when you are looking to get a trading software or adopt any trading strategy that is. So if you're interested in how maybe you can get your hands on a Yellen bot, maybe you put it on espresso, maybe you don't, the link is down in the description for you or in the comments pinned at the top. But if not, please leave me a like, comment, and or subscribe. And like always, my friends, espresso.